Hello everyone, here's some feedback for you on your Kite Runner question. And there it is. Many events can be understood on a political level as well as on a personal level. We wanted you to grapple with. So I'm having trouble. I've made it. It's okay. So here's what the AQA said. When students didn't perform so well, it's because they didn't know their text very securely and because they didn't focus on questions set, sometimes because they had their own agendas. And as I put here, to be fair, you seem pretty knowledgeable about the text, and there was a lot of relevance to the personal political bit anyway. So really pleased. And I have here that you are top students. I'm calling you 2025-7 English Literature cohort, and there's a gold star. Well done to all of you. So let's have a little look at the question. I've said that one. And how far do you agree? And don't forget to write about methods, it says. So you had to make your view clear, and people were really good at that. You had to apply the debate to the passage below. Yeah, that happened. And a second key moment of your choosing then. So that was all you had to do, and it was what you had to do. So people writing about the first question. So make your view clear. The Americans call this a thesis statement, and I think it's better actually than calling it an introduction. So like, what is your take on this is the introduction. So answers were short, answers were clear, and if you've got a short, clear answer, your thoughts are then organised for the rest of the essay. That was great. Well done, everyone. A lot of people. So you could say, oh, yes, I do agree that many events can be understood on the political as well as on a personal level, but actually it's all of them, not just many of them. That's one thing you could say. Yes, but not just many, but all. Or you could do, some things look like they're just personal, but actually they're reflections of masculinity or gender ideals, racial discrimination, you name it. They're a reflection of something. So that's two ways that you could go. So writing about the given passage, I am not going to go through this. I want you to stop this very video and have a look at particularly the choices Hosseini made, his methods. I'm calling them his choices. And I've put what you need to quote. So stop the video and do a great mind map. Convert this into a great mind map for submitting. Oh. So what did the examiner report have to say? I'm a bit worried I don't remember two. Anyway, the students who struggled on all papers often tended to get caught up in contextual discussion, single word analysis, and debates not asked by this year's questions, but often those of previous years. So I want you to spot there the contextual discussion. That was pretty good. People were pretty good at not randomly going off on showing off their knowledge outside the books. That was really good. Single word analysis has got a bit of a look in. So, for example, the book ends with the words I ran. The whole novel ends with I ran. And it's much better to say he's transformed into Hassan. It mirrors when he ran in 1975, but now he's running for a good reason. The title of the novel is Kite Runner, and that's Hassan. But here, it's Amir. Those are all better than the use of the personal pronoun. Okay, so if you want to flip back to your notes that you've made, I was trying to guide you on the types of methods you might write about the end of the novel. If you didn't know it was the end of the novel, that was bad luck, or not enough revision. Anyway, come off the single words on much more of the things I've put on the previous slide. All of those methods that I've put are a higher level than it's got a personal pronoun in it. Okay. So you're heading for the high ground. Here's some other great passages. Writing about the two houses, and I've put in bold the really good methods that aren't about using personal pronouns, repetition or alliteration. The two houses, the slingshot, Soraya's telephone conversation, chapter 7, those are all great. There isn't a right or there's some that are harder. Some people tried the massacre at Mazar, but that's actually hard to see a personal level in it, really. It's not impossible, but if you actually understand the question that all these personal things are really political and political things become personal, then you can really pick any passage. But these are great ones that people did. Pause the video, note down, make sure and note down all those methods. So, I thought I'd missed out the examiner report too. Here it is. In paper 2, it was often people did badly because they didn't take the opportunity offered by the open book to use their text wisely, to select specific and appropriate sections of their text for detailed analysis in support of their arguments. So we were trying to train you by saying choose your own third, do this extract and choose one of your own. And what we really, really want to know is, did you do that? Because a lot of people seem to not a lot, a significant minority. Either they didn't write about the passage given, that was rarer. Some people just didn't do a second passage or just kind of ignored the whole thing. And what we want to know is why not? It was really clearly there in the instructions exactly what to do. And we'd been over it a lot in lessons. We'd done a mock and everything. So what stopped you doing it? We need to know. Oh, and here's just a random list to finish off. So it's fine to say things are coming full circle, but that's not really a method in itself. You've got to say something about it. And really, they don't in this novel come full circle. You're better to say things develop. Like this might mirror earlier, but now things are different. Things have developed. He's changed. He's grown as a person, whatever. Or the political situation in Afghanistan has changed. So be really careful of full circle, because you probably just mean, oh, I saw that before, or it's happened before, or something like this has happened before. That's not enough. So showing how things have developed is what you want. People are writing this word mentions, and am I the only person that mentions means you just kind of threw it in over your shoulder as you walked by? It's a tiny little point that you sort of randomly, they might not even have heard. So if you're looking for clever ways to say says, don't, just put says. And only write mentions if you mean it as a kind of throwaway comment. Throughout. So be really careful of it, because throughout means absolutely all the way through, from beginning to the end, never changing, nothing, just completely throughout. And I'm not saying, some things do go on throughout a work of art, but you are trying to show developments and subtle changes, nuances, and it's sort of the opposite. So the word you're probably looking for is in the Kite Runner. On you go. Mentions them throughout are examples of try hard, people just trying hard not to use words like says and in, and actually going wrong. And finally, it's a novel. So I know it's very tempting to write book, and that's the way we talk. But I think you'll have a psychological impact on the examiner if you keep in mind that it's a novel. So you should now have notes on the 2 slides I didn't talk much about. One was on question 2, all the different points and all the different methods, and one was on question 3, the different passages and different methods you could have put. So I'll expect that in your uploaded work. But really, overall, you should be aiming, you should be in band 3. Band 3 is a great place to be after 1 term, where you're writing, hang on, let me look at the words. You're writing relevant, straightforward, knowledgeable things. You're hitting the question straight on. And then we're going to pull you up into being more thorough, more coherent in your arguments, and being more perceptive and assured after that. So band 3 is the aim. Right, I will stop There